Hi guys, it's Sarah back again. Of course, you know I love you guys too much to not, of course, message you. But anyway, so what we're gonna be talking about today is I had an interview. Thank God, because you can't be going without a job. That's just not cute. But I had an interview, and so this is how I looked for my interview. This is a very subtle but sexy look. I mean, you can't look ugly when you're going to an interview. People got to want you. So basically, this is what I did. So I am going to show you all the products that I use to get this very subtle but classy, sexy look. So first off, what I'm going to start is, now I know yesterday in my video I had told you guys that I do not like using any like bronzers. I don't like using any like concealers. I don't like that because normally I don't. But you know how that goes. Like when you wake up and all of a sudden there's like a pimple or something, you're like, oh shit, like I gotta cover this up ASAP. So what I use for my concealers is I use Maybelline New York, and the color that I used is a deep fonts. That sounds a little weird. But it's 35. That's my number because it matches my skin tone. And then all I do is I just put it like a little dab. You do not need a lot. Like all you girls out here, I be watching you guys on Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. You're forcing it. Like you're really forcing it. You don't need to like cover your face with makeup. The whole point of makeup is to just accentuate your beauty, not to drown you out and make you look like a clown. So remember that. Okay, so what I did is I just dab it like a little bit on my chin. And because I'm transgender, sometimes you have that little 5 o'clock shadow. That's perfect. This is perfect for covering that up. I dab some on my chin. I do a little line to accentuate my nose because I don't really like my nose. Some say it's too big. I definitely think so. So you dab it on your nose, spread that down with the I always forget what this thing is called, but it's just a blender brush, I guess. You just dab it in, put a little on your forehead, and then you just do a simple thin line right here. So some of you girls will use like I forget what they call it, but there's a certain brush that'll help like accentuate your cheekbones. Some of you guys might use the bronzer for that. I don't do all that because I don't like wearing a lot of face makeup. It makes me break out. My skin's too sensitive for all that shit. So what I do is I use this, and then all you do is you slowly work from the inner side with the blender brush out. And you just do it in a circular motion until you see that it's completely blended through your face. Of course, like mine, my face looks awesome. But I don't like to use this all the time. It's just only when I break out that I'll hurry up and quick put some on. Um, Now, for my eyes, if you can kind of see, like, I did a very subtle, like, smoky eye, but I only use subtle browns. I don't use, for interviews, like, I do not use pinks. Like, I don't, that's too much. That's too much. Like, no. So what I do is I use these subtle browns, and what I use is I use the Nude palette by Maybelline New York. Love, 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 love this palette. Love the colors in it. That gives you just so much variety of the browns, and I love browns. Like, that's my go-to makeup. I'm not going to use, like, pinks. I'm not into all of that because my eyes are blue, so browns make my eyes pop. Of course, everybody knows that. So this is the color I used. I used this for my smoky eye. It's just kind of like, and it has a little glitter in it, which is super cute. So like, if the sun hits me right, I look like I'm glamming, which if you know me, then you would know that that's definitely what I'm all about. So I just used that little light brown, and then like I made a video yesterday, and I had showed you, sorry guys, I have to like reach for this shit. But anyway, I always use the Milani, which once I got this, I swear to God, this is like my favorite, like, accent for the inner side of my eye. Like, I always put like a light brown because what I start off with is I start off, like I said, to do the smoky, I do this. And I use a little thin brush to just corner it off. But before I even put that down, I use a really light cream just to like freshen my eyes up. And so I use this color, and then after I do my smoky eye and I get that lined up the way I want to, I'll put this really gorgeous, like, oh my god, I love this color. It is so pretty. But I'll use this Milani, and it's Bella Ivory 1. That's the name of it. I don't really know where I got it. I just know that it's like my favorite. So you put that on the inner side, and as you're doing it, I only do 2 coats of each color. So you don't need to go overboard because, like you said, you don't want to come in looking like a clown. You want to look subtle, sexy. You are selling yourself. You're going to an interview. So you do not need to go overboard. Definitely not. Like, you don't want your makeup telling your story. You want your face to tell the story. So that's what I do with that. My lashes, which, oh my god. My lashes, what I normally use for my lashes is, like I told you in my last video, I love double layer. If they're not thick, I don't want them. Because, like, if you're gonna wear lashes, what is the point if nobody can tell that they're lashes? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I want them thick. I want people to know, like, these aren't mine, but they're gorgeous. You know what I mean? And so these are the type that I use. Like, they're really thick. They're already curled. You can get these. These I got at Sally's up the street from where I'm at now. Sally's Beauty Supply Store. I think they're like $7-8, but they're super thick. And if you do them like I do not put mascara on my lashes because that everyone knows if you do that, then they're pretty much done that day. Like, they get sticky, you can't reapply them, and that's just gross. So I don't do that. And I just, normally I'll get, like, you know, those little eyebrow brushes. I'll just brush them up, fluff them up in the morning before I put them on. And they look like super curly, super pretty. Like, they're just gorgeous. I love them. So then I normally apply those. A lot of people, I've watched a lot of girls on YouTube here, they use that white glue. And from my experience, that's not really waterproof. Like, you could sit there and, like, someone says, oh, hey, I don't like you, or, like, whatever this is, you get dumped maybe, and then you just start crying. Those lashes are coming off. They're not staying on there. So what I use in situations, like, where I want to make sure that they stay on,